Good morning, everybody. Just a little update. What's going on out here at Hidden Hollow Loft. Take a little walk around the house today. This is the front of the house. As you can see, I have a pretty big front yard. We're in the process of doing some landscaping. We have some bushes and trees and flowers all ordered from Burgess Flower and Tree Company. There's Tank, everybody. There's my driveway. A lot of landscaping to do around here. I haven't got to the front yard yet. There's my baby, my 74 Scamp, 20,000 original miles. Had a good offer on it this past weekend, but I turned it down. I love my car. This is something I wanted to show you. It's one of the rabbit hutches I picked up out of Sharpsburg, Pennsylvania recently. What I got going on here, I separated some of my birds out so I could do just my whites in my big loft. What you have in here is two Trenton brothers. And they've each got, one's got a Bordeaux hen, the other one's got a really pretty grizzle hen. There's another grizzle hen down there. And my red and white cock. These are really good birds, and you see they're starting to do a nest. There's an egg in there. These are my frillbacks. There's two pair in here. The two boys are the brown and white ones, and the girls are the white ones. They haven't done nothing for me this year yet. Something I just wanted to point out. See these rabbit feeders I have on here? The hole's already in the fence and the rabbit feeders are already there, but they work great for feeding these pigeons. I have one on all three feeders. Best thing about it, lately, since the birds like to throw food all the daggone time, I have some chickens running around. There's one of them. A lot of times them and the squirrels will pick up the feed that gets thrown out. Like I said, this is just one of my rabbit hutches. This is one of my other rabbit hutches. I had one pair of fantails. Since there's only two of them, I figured what the hey, I put them in here. Like I said, I've got their water in there. I've got one of the rabbit feeders just as well. Let's see what's going on here. They've got two eggs that they're sitting on down in here. In this little box. They seem to like it. Works out just fine. Tank likes it, don't you, Tank? That's rabbit hutch number 2. As for manure, I've got a whole wheelbarrow load full of pigeon poop. I hear it's some of the best manure for gardens and such. I'm going to let it age for a little while. Here's my compost pile. My messy yard. And here's my pigeons. There's old man right there. What we got going on? There's one of mine. There's one of my babies. Some of my homers. These are Jansons, Trentons, a few others. I just can't remember the names. A couple more of my babies right there. And like I said, there's the old man. I think he's 12 years old. There's the mama right there. Of the two right there. That's where they're getting the splash at. But they're doing just fine. This is my main loft. It was a shed. I converted into a loft. So my aviary out here. I've got nothing but whites in here, but I do have 4 saddlebacks, 2 blacks and 2 grays, as you can see sitting right there. Let's go in here and see what's going on. As you can see, got all my perches. My birds, they're a little skittish for some odd reason. I've never flown into these birds. I'm kind of afraid to. They came here just for breeding as far as I was concerned. But the best thing about it is, I finally got them sitting on some eggs. Like I said, over here is a saddleback. She's made it to a black and white saddleback. A white right here, she's made it to another white. Let's see. Got 2 more eggs in there. They've got 2 eggs there. So there's 2 eggs there. And the funny thing about this is, you know, I spent some time on making these fronts, these nest boxes. I built this whole thing myself. Just like my feeder right here. You make all this nice places for them to all hang out and give them everything they can need, and they do this. I'm not going to complain because it's 2 whites and I'm finally starting to get some whites. I've been trying this all year and they're finally starting to do something. It really screwed me up. I should be a lot further along, I think, right now. But I mean, just think about this. You give them all they need and they do that. I don't understand it. But anyway, these are my favorites. I hope to have 100 of these suckers here as soon as I can get 100 of these suckers here. I'm gonna let them just breed their little balls off. Anyway, as you can see, I put wire up in the top. I don't want them getting up in the rafters where I can't get them if I need to. You see I have a light bulb in here. I have a power cord running from outside. It's nothing special, but I'm getting ready. I've got all the equipment except for the wire to put some switches in here and some outlets. And I already have a fan for this window so I can pull air in and blow air out. It gets kind of dusty in here. I'm glad that I actually cleaned it out last week. As you can see, the floors are a lot cleaner now. They were getting pretty thick. But anyway, that's a small update on my whites. Hope you like them. If anybody watched any of my videos, they saw me build this box, which I think the box turned out great. But I will tell you, there's one mistake I made. My other box that I just showed you with my homing pigeons in it, I went ahead and did this. As you can see, these legs. See the legs down here, the inside legs? See how bent they are and crooked? Like these right here on the inside legs. Well, the other one I had framed the legs all the way up to the top and used them as part of the frame for the building. This one, I built a platform and then I built the box on top of it. Well, that didn't give it a lot of stability and strength, as you can see. I was really worried that this thing was just going to fall over. But went out yesterday and got me some 2x4s. And as you see, I've got 2 new front legs, one there and one there. My back ones are sitting right there. Haven't put them on yet. I was using this as an example. So you know that if you ever frame one of these up, you should use the legs as part of the frame all the way. That way you can avoid all this trouble. When I'm done with these legs, I'm going to wind up probably taking these guys out or leaving. It doesn't really matter. But what I did, as you can see some of my perches up here, I've took out 2 rows. Taking out 2 rows in here. Right on this side, right, stop it, Tank. On this row right here. I've built a new nest box because they started laying eggs on the floor. I wasn't prepared for it. I put some bowls in here the other day and yeah, it just didn't work out real well. But as you can see, I've got a nest box built with 6 boxes over there that's going to go in here. It's going to go up against that wall and hopefully it'll take care of that problem. I'll start getting some roller babies. They were really young when I got them. A lot of them were still squeaking. They were 2017 birds. I bought at the Reading Pigeon Show. These are all Birmingham rollers. But I'm going to try to breed some since the other day I went away, I had the birds out. I don't like to leave them out, but things happen sometimes. And when I came back, there was a Cooper's hawk in my front yard with one of my black Birmingham rollers on the ground, and he flew away with them. Well, then you got this cage right here. This is the other one I built straight out of pallets. I really like the way this one turned out. But these are my youngins. These are my young homer pigeon babies, my white babies. Here's the Splash baby that came off the mama of the homing pigeon pen that had the 2 babies in the nest. These are my whites. These are the ones I'll be flying soon. You know I'm scared to death. I'm going to start flying them and something's going to happen to them. This is my roller pigeon nesting box. It's made to fit. Tank, leave the chickens alone. He's like a big daddy. He loves following them around. But this is the box. It's 30 inches tall, 12 inches deep, and they've got about almost 10 inches from floor to the roof, which ought to be plenty big enough for them guys. I'm going to go collect some pine straw down at my neighbor's today and set up some nesting boxes for these guys. Hopefully I can get it going. But anyway, that's just a small update of what's going on here. I haven't put up a video in a while. I'll give you an overall view of what's going on around here. There's my one box. Here's my second box. Here's my third box. My loft is over there. There's my yard. And there's my other box over there. My other two boxes. Thanks y'all for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. I love to share this stuff. Hope my videos keep getting better. I got a lot going on here, and I'll be putting up my next video here in a little while, and it'll be showing all the other things I've got going on here, because pigeons are a very small part of what goes on here at Hidden Hollow Loft. Anyway, go Brad Kozlowski. I love NASCAR, and you all have a very nice day.